What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Countdown. Tick, tick, tick tock. Am I gonna die? Movie out in theaters. Horror movie. Who would have thought a horror movie would be out in theaters this time of year? So close to Halloween. Is it just a happy accident, or did they plan it? I don't know. Looking forward to this movie only because the main mommy, Tom Segura, the tour bus champion, Tom Segura, was in it. It looked pretty interesting anyway for like just a premise, a horror premise. It's not your typical devil, demon, just scary thing, I guess. Although it is a lot of that. So if you haven't seen the trailer for this movie, it's kind of like Jexy in a lot of ways, except for not being a comedy, but it is about this app that people install, and it tells you it's a countdown to when you're going to die. And it becomes trendy, and everybody installs it. And just like in Jexy, there's an issue with people just not reading the user agreements. And having very drastic things happen to them where they just can't get rid of this app. But it's done aside from Jexy. I mean, there were some fun parts with Jexy, mostly with the phone itself. But overall, not a very good movie. This one, I actually enjoyed. I don't think it's rated very well on Rotten Tomatoes. It was a lot of fun. Movie, but you're following the main character who's actually written pretty smart as far as like protagonists in a horror movie. Elizabeth Lail plays Quinn Harris, and she's dealing with her mom died in a car accident while she was out looking for her daughter. So she, being the daughter her mom was out looking for, feels responsible. Obviously, she has a young sibling, and they both live with their dad. But the whole issue with this is that she gets this countdown, she installs it, and she doesn't have much time. But during this whole thing, it's setting up how people had like a Final Destination, if you've seen that movie franchise, where these people survive a catastrophic accident, like a plane blowing up, and then death, quote unquote, the kind of physical manifestation of death, goes to reclaim the people that were supposed to die in the plane crash, but were thwarted. In this movie, it's basically people who break the user agreement. Are then chased down by a type of death character. In this one, it's a demon. But so the movie sets up that you can kind of miss the time, like the countdown can be thwarted. That whole concept, I think, is handled in a far better way in Final Destination. Also, the death scenes in Final Destination are way more creative, way more elaborate, way more fun. If they had done Final Destination type kills in this movie, it would have been that next click to make it an even greater movie. Because I thought this was pretty good. The deaths are very boring. The deaths in this movie, people just kind of fly up into the air. And like the way they die is by landing like their head on a counter or a step. It's not just landing on the ground, not like they're just dropped from the sky and their head just splatters on the ground. Like they have to kind of land on something that's even more impactful. But that's about the extent of the creativity of these deaths. So that was not a disappointment, but it was an area in which the movie could have improved a bit, and it would have taken it. Just would have been even more fun to see, like, because the Final Destination kills were super elaborate, kind of Rube Goldberg, what's that thing where like you put a marble in a track and it moves a thing, and the thing swings and moves another thing, and It's like this long, elaborate chain of events that happen to cause a death. Way more fun. That's the only thing I could say that would make this a better movie. The writing's fine. The acting is fine. Tom Segura and P.J. Byrne are the stars, I would say, of this movie. Tom Segura plays a cell phone. He owns a cell phone store / repair shop, and he is, he's hilarious, Tom Segura, but he's also like well versed in like hacking phones. So he plays kind of a key role in this film where they're trying to figure out how to stop this app. She tries to get a new phone. The app followers her, similar to Jexy, how the app, Jexy was the operating system, but it's a similar thing where it's following them device to device. Although in this movie, unlike Jexy, in the movie Jexy, the main character is literally the only person experiencing this operating system in this phone. Like, in this universe, he's the only one. Like, there's no evidence of anybody else, trying out this new phone and new operating system. In this one, it's clear that the app is popular and it's trending and everybody's doing it. And it kind of shows just in this world, it's fleshed out a bit more. But while they're trying to ask Tom to fix the phone, it doesn't work. They have to go and search even more help. So they go to a priest, right? Played by P.J. Byrne. And as far as priests in movies, horror movies, or the Catholic / Christian religion being used as a kind of horror trope or tool, or like you have to believe, basically to be scared in a lot of horror movies, you actually have to believe in like God and the devil. Like, so if you buy into that storyline, if you're, religious or, in some kind of cult and that's your book, then horror movies a lot of the times are made for you. They're made to scare people that believe in all of the characters, which I don't, and I'm kind of tired of that. As like, I'm not a big fan of movies in general that use the Christian religion as if it's like a real thing, whether they're talking about the good guys or the bad guys. But in this one, PJ plays the priest so amazing and fun that it's totally worth it. I mean, both him and Tom Segura have like a really funny energy. They bring a lot to the movie. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of their lines are improvised, but it was great. So they go to the priest, and the priest is like, yo, there's this old story in a book. Let me show you. And then the movie kind of breaks down a little bit because it does the same thing that every kind of movie that uses religion or demons in it. Like, he shows this old story of this person that goes to a witch, and she gives him a scroll. And the scroll tells him the exact amount of time he has left to live. And if he doesn't die within that time, then this demon, which I forget what they call the demon in this movie, but the demon, quote unquote, death type character, comes to reclaim what is actually, it's only there to torment the person until they die, not necessarily kill them. So like the mythology of this movie kind of breaks down a little bit. But overall, it's fun. The formatting of the scroll is exactly like the formatting on the app screen, which I thought was a little bit okay, whatever. It's weak. It's a little weak. But PJ puts it over the top with his performance, and I really liked it. But in the end, the protagonist, the female character, Quinn Harris, comes up with an ingenious plan to kind of break the contract. She found a loophole in the contract. I don't believe she's Jewish, but, let's just say she has some of those smart Jewish tendencies of finding loopholes and finding a way to become successful in a difficult situation and surviving. It's another thing Jews are well known for. They survived the Holocaust. They survived a lot of persecution. And they're still here. They're still thriving. And she, I think, in a lot of ways, her character is an homage to the race / culture, religion of the Jewish faith. But yeah, she has this ingenious plan to kind of break the contract with a loophole, and It's amazing. Kind of the climax of the movie is fun. I love this movie it was fun movie from top to bottom, aside from like, the religious demon shit, but whatever, you have to do something, I guess. And making the kills better would have made this movie even better. But in the end, it sets up for another one, kind of a weak setup for another one. But I will watch it. I really hope, if they do a second countdown, that of course Tom Segura and PJ Byrne are in it. But also, I hope that they make the death scenes more fun, just more elaborate and more fun. But overall, if you're looking for a movie to go watch this Halloween season, Countdown is in theaters, and I would highly recommend it, so go watch it now. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Go purchase my original artwork over at InspiredDisorder.com and save 25% when you use coupon code RTS. Follow me on social media at Ray Taylor. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Peace out!